from the very beginning. Himeko never left Plain Arcadia.
I summon Graphia, mother of Imogenesis. May she come forth and deliver us into the world in canvas.
Blade, you sure about this?
Whether as Ying-Qing or as Blade, my journey has reached its end. I shall take veracity as my forge, and abundance as my iron. Die 1,000 deaths, and be transferred into a blade! Let our undying flesh be the iron, and let death, 1,000 times over, be the hammer. Are you ready to turn your vengeance against your god?
Just as you suspected, there is a 52% probability that Mr. Ryusuke was being used by Asat Pramod.
If the world's end isn't the tavern, then we'll miss it.
Come forth. Demonstrate your defiance.
Whether we chose this path or were forced onto it, leave no room for regret.
O denizens of this Arcadia, lost in its splendor, it was I, Asat Pramod, who delivered every promise of beauty to this Arcadia in advance. Now, please indulge these long overdue surprises.
Whether or not your world has a day-night cycle, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to the Honkai Star Rail version 4.3, the Lethe Below the Living special program. I'm your favorite host, Albert.
Great vibes right from the start.
It's been a while, Albert. I thought you'd completely forgotten about showing up to work properly.
Tell me about it. Anyway, let's have our guest say hello to everyone.
Hi, everyone. I'm Evanesia. Thanks for having me today.
I am Yao Guang. It is an honor to join you all today.
Blade.
Welcome to our three guests. The differences in your personalities really came through in those self-introductions.
Then, let's cut to the chase. I'm getting quite impatient.
Go right ahead, Madam Yao.
Last version, we finally put a stop to the crisis caused by Full Wish for the time being. But from the looks of it, things are only going to get messier.
Let's start with the scariest part. The mastermind behind Full Wish, Lord Ravager Asat Pramod, has officially made his entrance. On top of that, there's an earth-shattering secret sealed away in Plain Arcadia.
The divine husk of the Eon, presiding over hunger and thirst. The veracity.
That's right. According to the databank, the veracity exists as both an Eon and a Leviathan. They're more like a black hole that can think, said to possess the power to swallow up entire galaxies.
Even though they haven't made any moves for now, and we have no idea why they were sealed here, the divine husk is essentially a ticking time bomb.
And in version 4.2, Blade also absorbed the flesh of Shuhu that was inside the 200,000 Joy Ascendants into his own body.
We need to handle this properly, both for the sake of Blade's mental state and to keep the flesh out of Asat Pramad's hands before it causes any more trouble.
You are spot on. We can't afford to put this off.
As I see it, we can bury Shuhu at the end of the world in canvas, to be dissolved by the power of veracity.
Wait! Don't make it sound so easy! Blade has Shuhu sealed inside him. If you dissolve Shuhu, won't that mean sacrificing Blade too?
We don't have many options if we want to put Shuhu down for good. Right now, we can only borrow the strength of the veracity. Only a beast of insatiable hunger can end a plague of eternal growth.
Isn't that way too risky? Are we really going to do a one-for-one trade?
Blade has always struggled with Mara. Rumor has it, he joined the Stellaron Hunters because Elio promised him one thing.
A scripted death, right?
I've waited far too long for this death. And it's time to settle my score with Shuhu.
Exactly. In the version 4.3 story, Blade will depart for the world in canvas to execute the plan to eradicate Shuhu. However, there's no need for our guest to worry too much. Is it death or rebirth that awaits Blade? Elio's script remains blank.
You mean nothing's set in stone yet, and things might still turn around?
The Trailblazer will get to witness the end of Blade's journey here firsthand. Remember Evanesia's request? In the version 4.3 story, the Trailblazer will also depart for the world in canvas to warn Graphia about the threat of Asat Pramad.
Is what we're seeing on screen right now the world in canvas?
No, this is Inkford Hermitage, the final stop before entering the world in canvas, the boundary between these worlds, and the last place to gather supplies.
Yep! Graphia is stationed there to ferry anyone wanting to enter the world in canvas. Basically, like the guides in comics who escort the hero through a trial.
Oh, are we finally going to lift the veil on the Graphia family's mysterious ancestor? I wonder what she'll look like.
Probably another red-haired beauty.
There are far too many legends about Graphia. It's hard to tell what's true and what's not. But since she's the contact Evanesia designated, she must be someone we can trust.
This mother of Imagenesis has been around for a solid millennium. She hasn't just witnessed major events. I suspect she's personally had a hand in them. I cast a hexagram, and her connection to the fate of the cosmos runs deep.
If the Trailblazer actually gets to meet her, they might just scratch the surface of the mysteries surrounding Plain Arcadia, the Graphia family, and even Himiko.
I can't wait!
I too am quite curious to see what the cosmos looks like through her eyes.
Meanwhile, in version 4.3, our other companions aren't sitting idle either. Whether it's dealing with the aftermath of the previous version's crisis or investigating clues about Asat Pramad, we can leave it all to our reliable comrades. With everyone working together, we might just uncover more secrets about Asat Pramad.
Huh. The legend of the Headless Ravager?
You could also call him the Dice Ravager.
Who would have thought? The Trailblazer returns from the Emphorius battlefield and goes on vacation, casually joins the Phantom Moon Games, and ends up facing a Lord Ravager again.
The Phantom Moon Games aren't that simple.
Maybe in this version, we'll even get to discover the true nature of the Phantom Moon Games from an eon's perspective.
Yay! We're finally getting the answers!
I'll be following attentively.
I'm sure the version 4.3 Trailblaze mission will bring Trailblazers an unforgettable experience. Now, let's turn our attention back to Blade.
So, Blade, what are your thoughts on all that has happened up to this point?
Pain and hate have plagued me for too long. As they say, I'm consumed by hatred and have an obvious self-destructive streak. I can't say they're wrong. I thought the Stellaron hunters would only give me a chance to burn out. I never expected them to give me a new bond instead. The path ahead is perilous, but as long as I am not completely consumed, I can follow that rope and climb back from hell.
Weal or woe remains undecided. It seems you are already prepared.
Did everyone notice this picture? Blade's pose makes him look like he's falling, but actually he's already holding himself up.
Oh, I see.
Plus, in the version art we just saw, Blade is looking up at his new self. That imagery is straight out of an action comic double-page spread right before a transformation. It totally has the reborn from the ashes vibe.
Evanessia's interpretation really strikes a chord with me. These two images are indeed brilliant.
So Blade's transformation and past are also reflected in his abilities? Let's take a look.
When casting my ultimate with my body as the furnace, I reforge the broken sword. I will deploy a special zone and enter an enhanced state.
Goodness, such an intense scene right off the bat. That looks like it hurts.
Quenched blue steel rings loud and clear. In the enhanced state, I'll unleash my skill, using a rain of swords to deal higher damage to enemies.
So, in this form, both Blade's shard sword and his own appearance look different.
That's right. In the enhanced state, I'll manifest my wrath laid bare, and my ultimate will also be replaced by another form. No longer troubled by the past, no longer bound by Mara. My sword points at the abundance, and I am wreathed in flames.
Ooh, burn this broken shell, and you will serve as the temperate fire.
You're all invited here to savor the picturesque sight.
Wait, why are you still inviting everyone to enjoy the view?
Hey, that line's practically a staple of the show by now. Oh, right. Let me also add this. When Mortonak's Blade Zone is deployed, all enemies are afflicted with a debuff and take increased damage. While the zone is active, every time an ally attacks an enemy, it inflicts a debuff on the enemy. This also grants Mortonak's Blade a special charge. Once the charge is full, Mortonak's Blade will automatically unleash his skill once and regenerate extra energy. No, and the skill is considered a follow-up attack.
And when I use my technique, I will attack all enemies within range, and after entering battle, taunt the corresponding targets, while reducing my own damage taken.
10,000 sorrows from one broken dream. Now, it's time to bring things to an end. How exactly will Blade's story unfold? You'll just have to experience it for yourself in the game. Next, let's take a look at this version's banners.
During the first half warp event of version 4.3, you'll be able to obtain the limited 5-star character Mortonak's Blade, and the drop rate for the limited 5-star light cone reforged in Hellfire will be boosted.
At the same time, the drop rates for the limited 5-star character Yao Guang and the limited 5-star light cone When She Decided to See will also be boosted.
In the second half of version 4.3, limited 5-star character Zyrene and limited 5-star light cone This Love Forever will return. Additionally, the limited 5-star character Finan and the limited 5-star light cone Thus Burns the Dawn will also return.
Yay!
So, in version 4.3, there will also be a special Gift of Temperate Blade event. After getting the limited 5-star character Mortonak's Blade from a warp, you'll receive free Trailblaze fashion for a brand new slot, Karmic Fire of the Distant Shore.
Huh? Trailblaze fashion for a brand new slot? I actually noticed that divine ring during the combat showcase earlier.
Just like the wrath laid bare, the Karmic Fire of the Distant Shore symbolizes casting aside obsessions and letting go of the past. Before setting off on a life or death mission, you have to leave something behind. Consider this a memento.
Yeah, it feels like this is more than just an accessory. It's a slice of Blade's life journey over the years. He might be a man of few words, but Blade has always been a deeply thoughtful person.
It certainly carries a lot of weight.
Okay, now let's take a short break. The show will resume when we're back.
Hello, everyone! Welcome to the variety show. Can we follow you home? Right now, we're out in the streets of Planet Arcadia, looking for the star of today's show. Oh, isn't that? Let's go with them. Hello. I'm Furby, a host for Parallax Entertainment, and I'm out here shooting our reality show. Can we follow you home? Could I invite you to be our star for today?
No thanks.
My show's ratings have been dead last for 3 episodes straight! A gray-haired viewer wrote in saying they'll tune in if I film you guys! Please, I'm begging you!
Fine.
The place we're heading might not be exactly what you have in mind.
It's fine!
Let's go.
Wait! Our first stop is grabbing a bite at a restaurant?
Can't hit the road on an empty stomach. You want anything?
No thanks. Canines really shouldn't eat salty things.
Allow me.
Oh, wow! I had no idea you knew how to make this. Do you cook a lot at home?
Not really. Only occasionally when forced. Like right now. Eat up.
Time to dig in! Tummy's full and I'm feeling fantastic. Where to next?
Next, to a nice place with mountains and rivers.
Whoa! The wind's picking up. Hold still! Let me snap a picture. Such a great shot! This one's definitely going viral. By the way, it feels like you two are on a tight schedule today, rushing around nonstop.
Playing the strong, silent type again. Don't let him fool you. He's actually got a time bomb strapped to him, and we need to deal with it ASAP.
Is that some kind of metaphor for a deadline?
All right's here. Let's go.
Nice sofa. Perfect for gaming. The IPC's infrastructure isn't half bad.
Oh, it's so pretty here. Can I go around and snap some pics?
Suit yourself. I'm not in charge here.
Is there something else you need?
No! Sorry, I didn't mean to! I just wanted to get some footage for the show!
Did you get enough?
Yes!
Ooh, there's even a hot spring here. Wanna hop in for a dip, little Furbo?
No thanks! And that's a wrap for today's Can We Follow You Home? Thank you both so much for being so accommodating! But I didn't actually get to follow you home in the end. Which is a bit of a shame.
There's actually 5 of us right now in the family, and none of us have a fixed home. Doesn't matter though. A house is just a house. Home is wherever your family is.
Yes, That is enough.
Whether or not your world has a day-night cycle, it's midnight on our end.
If it isn't on your end, you're probably watching a replay. This is the show Midnight Chatter, hosted by your birds of a feather.
Oh, I'm sure you're all wondering, seeing as we just moved from the midnight slot to another time.
How come we got moved back so quickly?
Actually, we just missed our old audience who's always stuck by our side.
And also caused a teeny tiny colossal disaster at our new workplace. That's all.
Anyway, let's pull ourselves together and present today's redemption code.
Just a heads up, it'll expire soon. As short-lived as our promotion trial period.
Anyway, back to the main topic. Midnight Chatter gathers all sorts of little urban legends from around plain Arcadia.
And then shares them with you to scare you half to death.
Giving everyone a spine-tingling chill on this sweltering summer night.
Even though dad jokes would probably do a better job, how about we switch things up?
Today's first story begins a long, long time ago. Exactly how long? Well, not many people remember clearly.
It was Amber Era 2148. Even if you're too lazy to look it up, don't try to fool the audience like that.
The Antimatter Legion was extending its clutches towards Ahatopia, and countless monsters known as demons from beyond invaded.
That dark period was known as the Cinderth Age. It's said that the Astral Express also made an appearance here around the same time.
Oh, it was then that a hero named Graphia stepped forward. Surprisingly, her occupation was that of a painter.
Graphia unleashed the art of imagenesis, bringing her painted creations to life to fight alongside humanity against the destruction. And the name Murata Graphia grew in fame with her achievements.
This was the origin of the earliest Imagine.
But the situation remained grim, as the demons from beyond, led by Lord Ravager Asat Pramad, pressed on.
So Graphia entered the Phantasmoon Games, borrowed Aha's strength, and with a grand sweep of her brush, sealed all of Ahatopia inside a painting.
But the hero who saved Ahatopia didn't get the happy ending she deserved. She was left with terrible after effects.
Every descendant of the Murata family contracts the incurable weathering curse, without exception.
To overcome the weathering curse, generations of the Murata family have tried all sorts of methods.
Some pin their hopes on the Elixir Seeker's prescriptions, others tried treatments from the Intelligentsia Guild, and some even sought to heal the curse by winning the Phantasmoon Games.
But none of it worked. Or, to be precise, no record of success was left behind.
But lately, the Nameless have been making quite a splash in plain Arcadia, haven't they? It's common knowledge that their navigator, Murata Himiko, took part in the Phantasmoon Games 15 years ago and is still alive and kicking.
Are you trying to say this navigator won the Phantasmoon Games 15 years ago and cured her weathering curse?
I never said that. Some say she's a ghost, while others think she's a con artist posing as a Murata.
Stop! The IPC is on great terms with the Nameless, so don't go spreading baseless rumors. I don't want to get demoted once again to some backwater department.
Oh, let's change the subject then. Have you heard about that mysterious game that's been making the rounds in plain Arcadia lately?
What is it?
100 people randomly receive an invitation and have to fight and kill each other at Perdido Station until there's only one survivor left.
Wait, what you're describing sounds so familiar.
Yeah, I signed up. But you opened my invitation, so now you're the one that has to go.
Did you really have nothing better to do than sign up for this rubbish? I'm supposed to kill other people? I can't even beat the Furbos at the news agency next door.
Who told you to open my mail? We might be brothers, but we still need to respect each other's privacy.
Is that really the point right now? First the live stream disaster, then the Smile Society, and now a massacre? My life is totally over. What am I gonna do?
There's no other choice. Take my pixel plane to the competition.
Pixel plane?
Yep, Pixel Plane Rumble. In every match, you can collect gear to arm yourself and defeat the opponents you encounter along the way. It's a winner-takes-all zero-sum game. Who will survive to the final zone? Who will be the ultimate winner? Pixel Plane Rumble is officially kicking off. Come and play.
So that was just product placement?
You didn't know?
Of course I knew.
Moving on. What did everyone think of the recent Star Rail Fest?
The biggest stain on my career happened there.
Trends change in a flash. Keep up or fall behind. To improve the visitor experience at Star Rail Fest, Madam Pearl has appointed the Trailblazer as the lead architect of the Star Rail Fest pre-development plan.
I see. Was firing us also a part of optimizing Star Rail Fest?
The IPC has built a Wispay amusement park in the world in Canvas, using Wispay to simulate visitor traffic.
The Trailblazer will need to plan routes on the sandpits, place facilities, and attract Wispay to try them out.
Different areas also offer different styles of attractions to choose from. For example, in the Bellabog exhibition area, you can add ice bears, automatons.
Hurry over to Wispay Amusement Park and design your very own amusement park experience. The Wispay Amusement Park is now open for business.
Our time together is always so brief. And now, it's time to say goodbye.
First day back on the job and 0 streaming disasters. I'd call that a win. Quick, change the channel, as we're off.
Bye-bye.
Time to clock out.
Welcome back! Let us continue introducing more version content. First, our old friend and gift of Odyssey will arrive on schedule in version 4.3.
And here's another old friend.
The Planet Fisher and Rome with the Strange Events will also return. Complete the challenges to get double rewards.
In version 4.3, Cavern of Corrosion, Path of Insight will become available. Successfully beat it to obtain 2 relic sets, as Navigator IC sees it, and Divine Querying Mastersmith. Stagnant Shadow Shape of Devour will also be available, and you can obtain the Ascension material Sneering Harlequin for quantum characters upon completing the challenge.
This version also adds new trace materials for erudition and destruction characters. Trailblazers, if you need these new materials, don't forget to farm for them.
That's right, and version 4.3 also brings some system optimizations for everyone. First up, after the version 4.3 update, as long as you have Star Rail installed, you can start using the widget feature right away. With these widgets, Trailblazers can check things like remaining event rewards and daily progress directly on their phone's home screen.
A friendly reminder from your widget. Trailblazer, it's time to play Star Rail today!
Also, in version 4.3, a new permanent mission will be added to the daily missions. Trailblazers who use fuel vouchers or deep immersifiers can also quickly gain activity and claim all their daily rewards. In addition, certain game settings will also support cross-device synchronization.
The experience of playing Star Rail on multiple devices has been further optimized.
I bet you've experienced it too. That annoying moment when you switch devices, only to find out auto battle isn't turned on.
Exactly! You get me!
Additionally, as previously mentioned in official announcements, Star Wars mode will be added to Memory of Chaos, Pure Fiction, and Apocalyptic Shadow in version 4.3. Trailblazers can enable Star Wars mode when challenging the highest difficulty of each gameplay set. In Star Wars mode, Trailblazers need to put together 3 teams to challenge 3 different stages. You can also restart the challenge for each stage individually. Clearing Star Ward mode with full stars in each gameplay set grants an extra 100 Stellar Jades per period. A total of 300 Stellar Jades has been added as rewards across the 3 gameplay modes.
Of course, Trailblazers can also freely choose to switch back to regular mode to challenge the original stages.
That's right. Next up, we're bringing you some collaboration news.
The Honkai Star Rail and Ugreen collaboration will soon go live. And the collaboration character is none other than yours truly.
That's right. Collab merch and related online and offline events will be rolling out across multiple countries and regions, along with some surprise collab merch giveaways. Stay tuned for more exciting details and feature updates.
Can't wait!
Not bad.
Next up, Honkai Star Rail's collab with Kura Sushi USA is launching soon. Which 2 familiar characters will be joining you for sushi this time? Stay tuned for more exciting details.
Additionally, Honkai Star Rail and streetwear brand M.Rage are launching their second collaboration, featuring a jacket themed after Plain Arcadia's top streamer, Sparksy. For detailed collaboration information, including the launch date, please stay tuned for future updates.
Also, Anime Expo, we're back! This year, Honkai Star Rail is setting up shop in the South Hall. Come swing by our booth to join the fun, buy some merch, and snag some freebies. Before we wrap up, here's a friendly reminder. The version 4.3 update will drop on June 1st, which is a Monday. We can't wait for Trailblazers to dive in and experience all the fun new content in version 4.3.
June 1st. I shall remember that.
Calendar marked.
And that's all for today's show. See you next time, friends. That's a wrap.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
See you next time.
Until we meet again.
This summer, the Holy Grail War begins anew! The Average One, prodigy of the Tosaka family, and humanity's oldest king of heroes, are about to make a dazzling entrance. A king's gift or a guardian's contract? A fateful night is upon us. For today's time, friends. This summer, the Holy Grail War begins anew. The Average One, prodigy of the Tosaka family, and humanity's oldest king of heroes, are about to make a dazzling entrance. A king's gift or
From the very beginning, Himeko never left Plain Arcadia.
I summon Graphia, mother of Imogenesis. May she come forth and deliver us into the world in canvas.
Wait, you sure about this?
Whether as Ying-Qing or as Blade, my journey has reached its end. I shall take veracity as my forge, and abundance as my iron. Die 1,000 deaths, and be tempered into a blade! Let our undying flesh be the iron, and let death, 1,000 times over, be the hammer. Are you ready to turn your vengeance against your god?
Just as you suspected, there is a 52% probability that Mr. Ryusuke was being used by Asat Pramod.
If the world's end isn't the tavern, then where is it?
Come forth. Demonstrate your defiance.
Whether we chose this path or were forced onto it, leave no room for regret.
O denizens of this Arcadia, lost in its splendor, it was I, Asat Pramod, who delivered every promise of beauty to this Arcadia in advance. Now, please indulge in these long overdue surprises.
姫子は最初から二層楽園を去ってなどいなかった。
我ここに現像の母グラフィエを呼ばん。こなたへ来たりて我らを絵の中へ渡したまえ。
ねえ、本当にいいの？
王政としても人としても俺の運命は終わりを迎える頃、貪欲を落とし北条を鉄に、万死をこの身に、千夜刃をなす。俺とお前の不滅の血肉を鉄とし、数千数万の死を土とする。準備はいいか？己が神に復讐する覚悟。
あなたが推測した通り、52% の確率で竜介さんは鬼弱に利用されています。
ではもしワールドエンドがパブのことでもないとしたら、それはどこなのでしょうか？
来い、せいぜいあがいてみろ。たどり着いたことを後悔するな。お前の歩んできた道を否定するな。繁栄に溺れる楽園の者たち、久しぶりだな。俺の行為で楽園はあらゆる素晴らしい可能性を前なりし享受してきた。さて、そろそろツケを払ってもらおう。